Sometimes we need to show patience, especially in a pandemic. I am learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? This week I wanted to give you an update on the situation I had last week with a Balky client. And just to do a quick recap, I'll put the video down below, but just to give you a quick recap on what happened. I had a new client and I gave them price quotes for more than one part of a project. So price here for part A, price here for part B, and then we were going to talk about C and D and other parts of the project. And they okayed the price for part A and said, let's go for it. So I did it. Then they sent me stuff for part B and had me start to do it. And they were very happy with the work. They gave me good feedback. They said they were getting a lot of good feedback from their clients and things like that. At the end of the month, I sent them an invoice for part A and part B, just as the agreement said. And he called and he said, no, part B is part of part A. It's one price. And I said, no, clearly it isn't. Clearly it was more work. And he didn't want to pay for the part B. He wanted that to be included in part A. And I put this up last week to see what advice you might have for me. And for the most part, it was really good, interesting advice. For the most part, it was kind of hard line. Taking them a small claims court, insist that this is the fee, and all of that was good advice. All of that was good advice. But let me tell you what I did. I said, it's a pandemic. Everybody's confused. Everybody's concerned. This is a small business owner. He's probably out of his mind. So what we agreed to have a conference call in 3 days. And I said to him, I'm going to send you what I think is the agreement. And I laid out exactly the process we negotiated. I took screenshots of the scope of work that he agreed to, that he had signed. I copied and pasted the emails that went back and forth between us describing the work and what he was paying for. And I said, it's crazy times. These things can get confusing. Nobody likes surprises. Let's just all get on the same page on this conference call. And then what I did was I took a tone of, we all want to work this out together because we all want to do the right thing. And at the end of the email, what I said was, you're in a great position to improve your business. You're going to do well. You've already started to see the impact of the work I'm doing for you. I really want to be part of your success. I really think we can work something out, and then we can continue. The morning of the conference call, before the conference call, he sends an email. Now that I've thought about it, I realized I had jumped to conclusions that I shouldn't have. I've reread everything. You're right. We're going to pay you what we agreed to. And moving forward, I want to change a few things moving forward just so that there's no problem. Let's just go ahead and do it. And he sent me. He had to actually wire me the money because his work checkbook was in the office, and he didn't want to travel to his office. He was working from home, which is fine. So I got the money. That's the important thing. But one of the things I did, and this is, I think, what I want to advise you in a situation like this, is I stayed calm. I gave him several days to think about what was going on. And here's the main thing. I didn't say he was wrong, and I didn't ask for an apology. Instead, what I just said, hey, we just want to end the confusion. And I think that's why you got to have patience with people. It's a scary time. And, if you're working with clients who have their own businesses, they're going to be probably twice as scared, maybe 3 times as scared as an employee, because they've got not only themselves to worry about, but they're worrying about their workers. So that would be my advice. If you have a bulky client, approach it as, hey, we all want to resolve this. No blame involved. And understand that they're having a lot of pressures. Hold to your guns. Don't cut your price. Get paid. But understand that they've got a lot more pressure than you might realize during a pandemic. Anyway, that's my advice for you this week. If you've got any advice for me, I'd really appreciate it. If you think I handled this properly, that's great. If not, tell me how I could have done it better. Please stay safe, stay healthy. You can see I'm on the second week of the beard. Please like and share this video. It's really important for YouTube. And I'll talk to you next week.